the Kippah, and the Tzitzit. These icons of Jewish culture have been used for a long time. What do they actually mean? And why do Jews use these? Today we're going to go in a in-depth study as to why these are symbolic and what messages they're supposed to send to the person using them. Welcome to Messianic Monday. Hi, my name is Caleb D. Wilson. I believe that Jesus is the Jewish Messiah, and welcome back to Messianic Monday. If you'd please consider to hit that subscribe button. I make content educating people about the Jewishness of Jesus, so every subscription really helps. In today's day and age, with the political climate that we are in, it is not uncommon for people to consider these symbols as demonic, as extra legalistic. And so one of the things I wanted to do was to explain to you why someone would want to wear these. But before I do, I have to explain to you why you shouldn't wear these. People have sometimes considered these symbols as being more holy than another person, and constructing a dichotomy where you are in a competition with another person, perhaps a Gentile, as being more holy. These dichotomies don't actually exist, and that is not at all why someone should use these symbols. It is not a competition of being more holy than other people. In fact, it's not even to, stick your nose in the face of other Jews or Gentiles. So anybody who would consider wearing these symbols for those reasons would be completely amiss of the actual context of what these symbols actually mean. These are symbols. Now, Judaism is full of symbols, just like Christianity actually has their own symbols. For example, in church, oftentimes you will find a cross on the stage. Now, is that actually Jesus's cross? No, it's not actually Jesus's cross. But to the person in that church, they would take that as a symbol of the sacrifice that Jesus had on the cross. So in the same way that Christianity has their own symbols and things that are supposed to make us think and give us messages, so Judaism also does. So let's talk about the kippah. I'm now wearing my kippah, and I've never actually worn this in public, but I have one just in case if I ever do go back into a Messianic congregation. So why would I want to wear a kippah? The symbol behind wearing a kippah is to actually conceal the crown of your head. And the purpose of doing that is actually it's a posture of humility. That when you are before God, if you're doing things within the service that are holy and sacred, it's a symbol that you are concealing your crown to give honor to Hashem and give him the glory. And so for the kippah, the idea is a posture of humility and remembering that you are underneath Hashem's authority, that you are not, I guess you could say, a lone ranger acting in your own will. So it's a reminder of a posture of humility is the purpose behind a kippah. So here's my tzitzit. I'm going to go ahead and wear it around like a scarf. So the tzitzit was given to me by a Messianic congregation in Omaha, Nebraska. And so basically the tzitzit is a symbol of the Torah. And so there's an ancient math that was constructed by the Jews to make some of the letters have numeric values. I'm trying to find some of them right now. I can't find them right now. Oh, they're right here. So there's a couple of Hebrew symbols, I think. And so the purpose of that is that this gematria assigns numeric values to letters. So the word gematria the word tzitzit, when you add the numeric value of each of those letters adds up to 600. And so then there are also additionally some tassels and some knots. And so you have 5 tassels and 8 knots. And when you add those up, it adds to 13. So you're adding 600 plus 13 to get 613, which is the number of the Torah commandments that Hashem gave through Moses. So when I went to a Messianic congregation, when I was given these, so this is also a symbolic of the robe that the Levites would wear, the Kohen, the priests would wear. So when I was at this Messianic congregation, when they gave this to me, we would start off the service by praying. And so what we would do is we would take this, if I can grab it, and we would wrap it around ourselves, and we would cover ourselves. And the idea, and it's going to be hard for me to talk with that, so I'll take it off, but you saw that I covered myself in it. So the idea would be we are covering ourselves with the Torah. And so we would pray underneath it. And so the idea of covering yourself and being underneath the Torah is what this is supposed to represent. So it's a very holy and sacred thing, a very symbolic thing to do to remind us that we love the Torah, that we would cover ourselves with it. Throughout the service, we would also kiss the tzitzit as a symbol of our love for the Torah. So that's one of the reasons why we would wear one of these things. Now, if you notice, a lot of Orthodox Jews tend to don, especially the Kippah. I don't know if I've ever seen them don the tzitzit very publicly, but they wear this very publicly, and they, in their halacha, usually their rulings, they usually wear this almost anywhere they go. So it's a very identifiable Jewish marker. My stance on it is that I have not worn these in a regular church or any setting that's outside of a Messianic Jewish or really Jewish understanding. That's just simply because of the climate and simply the lack of understanding of these symbols. I have personally not wanted to don these symbols in those spaces because people just don't understand what they really mean in the deep symbols that they represent. And so I personally don't recommend that everyone needs to get one of these, nor do they need to wear it everywhere they go. Like I said, this is about. This has nothing to do with me being more holy than if I wasn't wearing these. The purpose of this stuff is to give messages to remind ourselves and to the people of the concealing posture and the covering of being underneath the Torah. And that's what the purpose of this really is. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you please consider to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.